Corellian Empire. The Corellian Empire got invaded by the Roman Empire. But then it started gaining independence as the Holy Roman Empire. But then they were invaded by German Empire, but then it started growing, but then Hitler's takeover came, but then the first German Empire first target was Poland.
Mm-hmm.
But then France built a wall against the German Empire.
Did they?
But then the German Empire took Belgium, Luxembourg, and Netherlands.
Oh dear.
So it took it for no more wall.
Uh-huh.
And France said, "What did I say?"
Mm-hmm.
But then German Empire said to France what he said. What did I say? But then German Empire said, I did not build a wall. But then France was incorrect. But then German Empire changed to Nazi Germany, which Hitler was still the leader. But then it was starting to invade Denmark and Norway.
Oh dear.
But then it started invading. But then Nazis invaded France and Poland from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Because the country's leader was very evil, that it took a lot of people down. But then Nazi Germany had to change because of its evil thoughts.
Yes.
And because it was that, because Nazi Germany was an evil country because of Hitler.
Yes.
But then when World War II comes, the surrender of World War II was when Hitler killed himself.
Ooh.
But then Germany changed and it became a kind of Germany called Germany. But then Napoleon's that
happened before.
but then Soviet Union unified Germany. But then it was West Germany.
Yes.
But then West Germany was the kind of Germany, and East Germany and West Germany.
What were they separated by?
They were separated by the Berlin Wall. But
Yes.
then West Germany became friends with East Germany then.
Mm-hmm.
But then East Germany said to West Germany, "Can we unite?" West Germany said yes, but then it became the Germany like as the present day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling questions now.
Okay.
Okay, we're starting. So how did the Corellian Empire got invaded by? What country it was invaded by? 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is the Roman Empire.
Mm-hmm.
How did second question. How did the German Empire act like? 3, 2, 1. Great. The correct answer is Nazi heart. But then how did World War II surrender? Question 3. How did World War II surrender was like? 3, 2, 1. Your 3 seconds is over. The correct answer is Hitler killed himself.
Ooh.
But then, so, how did the Soviet Union and Prussia did on Germany, on Nazi Germany? 3, 2, 1. Okay, the correct answer is Soviet Union and Prussia both unified Nazi Germany as two Germanys, East and West Germany.
Mm.
But then next question.
Okay. There's another question.
Which country said, "Can we unite?" 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is East Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Last question. So how did Germany how did West Germany how did the two Germanys how did the two Germanys had been unified? 3, 2, 1. Prussia and Soviet Union unified Nazi Germany after the invasion. But then next question. This next question is an optional question.
Okay.
And there are 2 optional questions. And if you want to do it, you can do the optional questions. The optional question starts as, how did Nazis try to invade France? 3, 2. You get 5 seconds on these optional questions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, the Nazis invaded France because of Hitler.
Yes.
And last question. This will give you 999 points on this video.
Oh wow.
How did Nazis broke up into 2 countries? 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It separated into 2 countries because first it was evil country, but then second it was trying to invade lots of countries. It invaded France, Poland, Denmark, and Norway.
I've got a question for you. What president of the United States said, "Mr. Gorbachev, take down that wall," regarding the Berlin Wall?
But then they.
Do you remember what what president that was?
Obama.
No, Reagan.
Reagan.
Yeah, that was many, many, many years before Obama.
End of the video.